Another option we have in our Coda form to allow us to be as efficient as possible with using our form is something known as button links. There are multiple types of button links that have different purposes. The first type we can find when opening up an event button and looking in the inspector for it. Where we can find this is down here at the bottom in what is known as an exclusive link cluster. What this cluster allows us to do is link two or more different events together and then essentially tell the form that those events can only be on exclusively, meaning that they will now turn each other off. So an example between offense and defense events, we can use the exclusive link to then essentially turn each other off when we're transitioning in play. How we can set up our cluster is just by choosing a name for what we would want to call it in the first event that we want attached to that cluster. And then we can go to any other events and attach them in the drop-down menu here. The next type of links that we can use, you can find actually by selecting an event or a tag button, and you'll actually start to see these arrow icons that allow us to set up links for different purposes. Within an event, we actually have two options. We have the ability to set up a link based on when we press down the event, and also when we turn off the event, which is what we can see with the arrow going upward. With a tag, we only have the option of when we press down the tag. From here, what we can do is click and drag towards the event or tag that we want associated with this link. You see that, but depending on where we send it, it gives us different options, such as activating, which means if we activated this event, it would then also activate the other event it's linked to, or deactivate, which would then turn something off, similar to the activation. When we send it from an event to a tag, you'll see that activate is the only option. So it will then immediately label that specific tag onto the clip as you start it. We'll have the same options when we turn a button off, so we can do activate when we turn something off or deactivate. Now when we use it from a tag, we have many more options here. You'll see that we have the ability to activate and deactivate, also have the ability to tag, or activate and tag, or then tag before and then deactivate the event. One of the more interesting ones, though, is also the ability to reactivate lag time. That essentially means that if you have an event that has a lag time, you can trigger a tag to then essentially add that additional lag time one more time to the end of the clip. When going from one tag to another, we also have the ability to activate or activate and pass tag. Lastly, when we set up any type of link, we can always delete them if we need to, whether by going in and just selecting and deleting it here, or by just clicking the delete button on your keyboard.